Australia is the sex capital of the world.
Oh.
You know why they call it Down Under? Because that's where your face spends most of the time. Plenty of time in the bush, Neil. The bush around the pussy.
Sexism? Check. Racism? Check. Homophobia? Check. Which can only mean one thing. The UK's most politically incorrect quartet of teens are back for the Inbetweeners 2. Having conquered TV over the course of 3 series that were as childish as they were hilarious, the lads followed that up with a film that became the most successful British comedy of all time, grossing an astonishing £45 million at the box office. Both the show and movie followed pretty much the same template, the plot's variations on the foul-mouthed foursome trying and failing with girls, and the dialogue little more than a series of piss takes and put-downs.
All right, don't shit yourself.
Writers Damon Beasley and Ian Morris have taken a similar approach to story and script for Part 2, substituting Australia for Malia, but changing very little else. As with the previous film, proceedings kick off at home, with the boys struggling to fit in. Will has quickly become Birmingham's least popular undergraduate. Simon's relationship from the first film has turned dark, and Neil is as confused as ever. It's a very different story for Jay, who has apparently been living it up down under, punching koalas, shagging minogues, and working as DJ Big Penis in the country's most mental club. They therefore decide to visit him, embarking on a 4-week tour of Australia. Along the way, the comedy set pieces come thick and fast, with Will getting the best of them this time around. Standouts include his cringeworthy rendition of a love song, a tirade directed at Trustafarians, and a water park incident that really has to be seen to be believed. Jokes do fall flat, however. Some scenes run a little too long, and there's a worryingly high level of misogyny that runs throughout, with the females that feature all pretty disagreeable. But as ever, the most unpleasant characters are the Inbetweeners themselves, and they each get their moment to shine, cutting each other down when it looks like sentiment might rear its ugly head, and reminding you why the boys hold such a special place in our collective hearts. So while it's far from a perfect sequel, the film does feature about as many laughs as its predecessor, and the ante has most certainly been upped in terms of visuals and shock value, all of which earn the Inbetweeners 2 an IGN score of 7.7 out of 10.
That's why it's called a gap year, because of the gap between their legs.